Huh? Don't worry, I'm still here. So, there. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Let's make sure everything's working. Whew, we're in that in between. Like, it's not warm, it is warm, it's not warm, it is warm. Just can't seem to decide. Excuse me. And it's allergy season. Every time I say that, I hear it's the most wonderful time of the year. But it's not. It's allergy season. I think allergies change as you get older. I never had allergies when I was younger. But now, oops. No, that's not what I want to do. Now I do. It's so crazy. There we go. This is what I want to do. Because I started early. Everybody's like, oh, we got plenty of time. She won't be there for a few minutes. Strangely, good morning, T. Strangely, I was early today. Usually I'm like right on time. But, everybody can change. Everybody can change their habits. It just takes practice, right? Let me do that. Oops. There we go. Let's check it out. That looks good. So it is, oh yeah, it's Tiara Day. So this is the closest thing I have to a tiara, which is not quite a tiara. It's a, what's it called? Oh, it's like from New Year's Eve, but it's the closest thing I have to a tiara. So that's what I'll wear today. And as I was saying, it's like that in-between temperature. So it's, good morning, Diane. You got my email. So it's not, oops, crooked. It's not cold, but it's not warm. So I want to still wear my hat, but I got to wear my tiara. It's Tiara Day.
Our son started Tiara Tuesdays and Tiara days at his church, and
Tiara Day, Tiara Tuesday. Well, we'll do Tiara. So I don't know if it's totally why. Good morning, Colin. But today, so in Canada, so Monday was a holiday, Victoria Day, to celebrate Queen Victoria. But today's her actual birthday, was her actual birthday. So I don't know if that's why they created Tiara Day, so everybody could just say, wear a crown and feel royal. I'm royalty today. But, I don't care why I don't care why the holiday is there. I'll just celebrate it. If I think it's fun, I'm on it.
Sounds like a good plan.
And it's a little gray today. Oh, there we go. It's a little gray today outside. It's still spring. So I guess we'll still have some rain. We still have a few days left of spring. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? I was just talking just before you got here about allergies. And what I'm looking for is a Kleenex. Because, I don't know, this year, they seem worse than usual. But I think part of it is, I noticed last night, so we have a lot of wildfires right now in Western Canada. And you would think that's pretty far away. But the sunsets are so red that the smoke is actually affecting the air quality here. So
here too.
Oh yeah. Is it blowing down towards you as well?
Yes.
It's crazy how far it can travel, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Now
we're just starting to think about spring. We don't have open buds yet on trees. We were camping and they had real leaves down there. But The buds are tiny and they're not open yet. So we're hoping soon.
You're hoping. So all of our trees are full. There's one tree, this big one that I always look at, it's slower than the rest of them, but it has leaves. They're just not fully to full size yet. But all of our daffodils have bloomed. All of our tulips have bloomed. The lilacs are blooming.
Yeah.
So
Soon.
By the time
It'll
I
be
get
your
there,
turn.
by the time I get there to visit you,
It should be great.
it should be great. Right?
Our first planting outdoors day is usually mid-June.
Wow.
So
Oh yeah.
we should
So
be in a great spot.
here is the planting days is the May 2-4 weekend, which is the one we just had. So Victoria Day, going back to our tiaras, Victoria Day, we call it May 2-4 because it's always a long weekend. So you go get a 2-4 beer. Back when I was younger, but her actual birthday is the 24th. That's why they call it May 2-4. And then it just became about the beer.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
yes, excuse me. It is Tiara Day, and because
That's
Diane from
great.
Montreal is here, I can tell you that there's 28 days until summer.
Yay.
28 days. So maybe Diane in the mountains, maybe you wait till actual summer comes before you plant.
Yes.
Almost.
Pretty close.
Right?
Almost summer. Yeah. Mhm.
Now, if you're adventurous, it's also National Escargot Day.
Uh-huh.
If you're adventurous. Now,
I don't have a tiara, but I have a crown.
oh, that's
It's-
see.
Oh, let's see.
It's kind of fleur de lis crown. I don't know where can I put that here.
By your camera.
The
Oh, that's good. Oh yes, wear that.
Oh, yes.
yeah. That's so I'll be crowned differently than you.
La Reine.
The queen, yeah, the Quebec queen.
You'll wear your
Or
Quebec crown.
France, the France part of it.
You wear your Quebec crown. We're all royalty.
Right.
You know, the royal we.
Somewhere
The royal we.
in our genes, we have either English or French royalty.
Right? Somewhere. My mother once told me that I was descended from Mary Queen of Scots, but I don't
See?
know.
I have not long ago, because my husband does the wiki tree thing.
Oh yes.
And there was about 17 person that give, and it went to Mary Queen of Scots
Right?
from one side of my family. So we're
Oh,
kind of
you're related.
We're related.
We're related. We're all one big happy family. And speaking of the royalty, Steve Coffin is in a dim sum restaurant in England. Hi, Steve.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's
Get
English.
the taro balls. They're the best. Love those. Or the sesame balls. Bring me some back. if they'll keep.
Yeah, well, keep and also pass the custom.
Oh, right. Well, they're not dangerous.
Oh no.
Um,
they have
so-
to put it somewhere.
Speaking of
Safe in
food,
the
the other the other food holiday is it's asparagus day.
Not
Oh.
bad, but not my favorite. My husband loves them.
I love asparagus. I've actually got
I
it
do
in the
too.
fridge, and I didn't know it was asparagus day, but we're having asparagus tonight.
See, queen.
Asparagus with holiday sauce is great.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't like hollandaise sauce. I like asparagus
My
with
husband does.
butter.
So would be
Butter.
Oh yeah, butter. Yeah.
So, do we have requests to get us get moving?
What do we have that is kind
I don't
of
know
a
any
crown?
dim sum moves.
Oh.
Biking down the
Well,
mountain.
Maybe
Down the mountain we go.
like a moon. Moon is like round, and carrying the moon or tipping the moon would be nice.
How many moons do you want?
A couple of them.
You'd like to tip the moon?
Two dim sum to go.
Tip the moon. We could toss the moon.
Yes, we can.
Toss the moon.
Yeah.
We'll toss the moon. We'll tip the moon. I got to give Colin a couple of seconds because he's on the delayed timer. Down the mountain. We could, because it's escargot day, we could move slow like snails.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Although Tai Chi's supposed to be relatively slow anyway.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday that was Turtle Day?
Oh.
I think yesterday was
it? Yeah.
Day of the Turtle.
So.
Colin's got nothing. Oh,
Ah, my goodness, what happened?
I don't know what to do.
You're all by your lone self today.
A bear rubs his belly after too much dim sum from Steve Coffin. Yay.
Okay.
The bear.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as too much dim sum
No.
because you'll be hungry in an hour.
That's okay.
Right.
Like
The bear rubs his belly. Okay.
I like the dessert and some.
I know. I like the tofu in the it's like a sweet syrup, but it's not thick syrup, like it's a light syrup. Oh, so good. And the dun tarts. Oh, Steve, bring me a dun tart too.
A what?
It's a tart. It's like an egg tart. It's sweet. It's
Uh-huh.
like a little custardy. Oh, it's so good.
Uh-huh.
Diane, both
Oh yeah.
we got to go out for dim sum sometime. I mean, Brad's half Chinese, so we eat a lot of dim sum. So
I never went actually to a real Chinese restaurant in my life. So
okay, so I'm going in June to visit Diane in the Rockies. So at some point, I've got to go visit Diane in Quebec and practice my French.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Mhm.
Steve's not here, so let's do a deer.
Yes, the deer.
Beautiful. Okay,
The crown, I don't know if the crown will stay on my head with those move.
it's okay. It's all good. We're ready?
Yeah.
Let's roll. I'm going to mute. We're ready to get moving. Colin, I'm sure that whatever we do will be something that'll work. There's that. You guys are good? I want to see Steve Coffin do it in the dim sum restaurant. You can do it seated. Take a breath in. Stretch out your arms. Ooh, give your fingers a wiggle. Ooh, yeah. And then float it down. Ah. So there's always two rules in all of life. The first rule is you got to keep breathing. So breathe in. And then let it go. And the second rule, well, if it's going to hurt, don't do it. Do something else. Do something that feels good. Palms up. Lift. Gather it in the front. Scoop up some chi. Draw it in. Give it a hug. Sink the shoulders down to the toes. Ah. You know, hunting escargots, not fair, is it? Breathe in. They can't get away very fast. Scoop it in the front. Gather up the chi. Sink it down. Just not sporting. One more time. Breathe in. Lift. Float. Scoop up some goodness right here. Sink it down to the toes. And if you're not there, take your feet out underneath you. As you breathe in, let the hands float up, opening the door. It's like painting the wall. It just melts, sink. So everything you should do should make your body feel absolutely happy and joyous. Take a breath. And you can breathe more than I say even. Yes. One more time like that. I'm trying to peek at my list. Breathe in. Breathe out. Float up. High, 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 high. Open your elbows wide. Arch your back. Spread your fingers. Yes. Stretch. And then tuck into a little ball. Maybe slide your hands. It's like a double swimming dragon. Slide your hands down your back. If you can reach your feet across the top of your feet. And then lift. So we're just going to warm up our spine a little bit. Open your fingers wide. Shoulders down. Open. It's like you're arching your back one way, and then you tuck into a little ball. Curl, 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 and you go the other way. Slide. Lift. One more time. Shoulders down. Open. Make some space. Lift up on your belly. Curl into a little ball. Nose to navel. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Drift up, and then relax. Ah, a little chi hula, side to side, float. So we'll think of Steve, we'll send him some beers. Since, they're good for you. Puppet trailers over here. Chi rock star, step out, pivot onto that foot, lunge into it, lengthen up your spine and start to turn. See if you can point that top pinky back. And then when you breathe in, the arms float up. They drift down. Drift yourself back. Back, light as air. Ah. Imagine they're so light, you don't even have to lift them. They just float up in a little breeze. And then pop out your chi rock star. Pop out your antlers. Lunge into that front foot. Back heel presses down and you start to turn. Seeing how far back you can look. Breathe in, lift. Float it down. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's do it again. Okay, great idea. Float and drift. How soft are your fingers? No stress. Pop at your antlers. Pivot, lunge, lengthen yourself up, and then you start to turn that top pinky back, 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 back. When you breathe in, you just let yourself float. Coming back. Let your shoulders soften. One more time, just to even things out a little bit. Otherwise, we'll walk in circles all day. We'll get nowhere. Over here, pop out your antlers, stretch out your fingers, drift it out there, press into your back heel, lengthen yourself up, turn, turn, turn. What's back there? As you breathe in, lift it up. Shoulders drop, feet side by each. Some baby bird wings, unfurl those wings, lift. Elbows drop, feel your shoulders sink. Stretch up super tall, put the bird back in his nest. And then sparkle all the way down. Breathe in, lift. And sink. Hug the big tree. Lift. Shoulders gonna drop down. The moon is just gonna keep rising up into the sky. Tip over. Just a little tip. Keep your heart shining forward. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Turn on your abs maybe. That'd help. Breathe in, lift. Shoulders down. Tip over the other way. Tipping the moon. Regular style. Yes. Keep breathing. Lift. Now, maybe this foot turns out a little bit. And you tip and you shift your weight. Tip your moon over. This bottom arm might reach down. This top arm might reach up. And if you're feeling it, you might lift your back leg to a floating half a moon. Yes. With control, if you can, come on back to the center. Scoop up your moon, drop your shoulders. Switch feet. Have the foot in a way that supports you. Maybe a little tip. First you find where you can balance, right? And then you reach your arms. And then you see if you want to reach your leg. It just takes practice, that's all. Abs on, float yourself back to the center. Shoulders drop down, hands float down to the front. A little exhale. Yes. Breathe in, lift. Scoop in some good chi love. Sink it down. Now we're going to toss the moon. So lift. And then it's just going to drift down. Maybe it's a little sesame ball. Yes. Toss that moon up. Still light as air. It's a little higher than your chi hula, but it's lighter because there's anti-gravity. Look up at that top hand. Roll it back. Grab onto that moon. Lift it up over your shoulder. Take a peek at it. Step out and chop a little wood. Chop. And then go back side to side. Drift. Tossing that moon again. Float. How light can you make it? Every time, make it a little bit lighter. Check out that top hand over there. As it comes back in, roll it back. Grab onto the moon. Lift it up over your shoulder. Take a breath. Maybe take a peek at it. Step out and chop. And then toss the moons back to Back to light and floaty. Back to light and floaty. Drift. There it is up there. Now, this top hand over here, have a look. Roll it back. Grab onto the moon. Take a breath. Lift it up over your shoulder. Step out and chop a little wood. The hand close to me goes palm up. Check your pulse. Sink. We're going to flare our raincoats because it's a rainy day. Turn, 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 turn. Flare your coat up over your head. Hands can separate. Watch your tiara. Step out and press. Palm up. Check your pulse. Sink back. It's kind of like you're serving escargot. Over the head. Elbows wide. Step out and press. One more time like that. Palm up. Melt back. Take your time. Shoulders are relaxed. Swing up over your head. Feel that big opening through your chest. Step out and press. Hands drop. Toss the moon. Relax. Drift. Now if that got a little tense, you just go back to tossing that moon. Go back to being light and floaty. And maybe you just have a big old sigh. Now check out that top hand up there. Roll it on back. Grab onto the moon. Lift it up over your shoulder. Stretch. Take a breath. Chop. Palm up. Check your pulse. This is our cloudy hand, so sit back. Serve the asparagus. Circle high. Turn it over. Circle low. Clean off the table. Two loose fists. Tuck in. Take a breath. Step out and punch. Palm up. Melt back. Circle. Circle under the chin. Little vogue. Circle low. That's the cloudy hands. Here's the hiding. Can't see what I got back here? There's the punch. One more time. Check your pulse. Melt. Circle. Breathe. If you can't figure it out, just keep breathing. It's all good. Circle low. Take a breath here. Step out and punch. Let the hands drop. Bring your feet side by each. Lift palms up to the sides. Turn the hands over and stroke your fingers down through the air. Feeling all that good chi. Breathe in, lift. Gather it in the front. Melt it down. I'm just trying to make sure I can. My list is so far away. Breathe in, float up. Oh yeah. Sink. We got time for lots. Breathe in, open. Scoop this hand in. Step out and toss me a little frisbee. Float. Breathe in, drift it back. Part that wild mane. Toss. One more time like that. Breathe in. Maybe a little, the bottom hand goes up and meets its friend. A regular pull. A regular push. One of my favorites. If you can, take that foot back and out. Stretch yourself long and tall. Straight legs, squeeze your glutes, maybe even a back bend if you're in the mood. And then hands can be up or down. Start to fold forward, keeping your spine nice and straight over that front leg. Bend your front knee, push your back heel down, float yourself up, and then open cactus arms into that warrior one. So bend your front knee, tuck your bum under, shoulders down. Breathe in, lift up your belly. Stretch your spine forward as you fold down into a pyramid. Let the arms go a little bit. Bend a little bit into that front knee. Press your back heel down to help pull you up. And then open. We sit a lot. Let's open our front body, yeah? Breathe in one more time. Lift up your belly as you fold, 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 fold. Stay there. Bring your hands to your hips. Square your hips off. Bend your front knee a little bit. And then straighten it. Just play with it a little bit. Bend your front knee a little bit. And straighten. Try to pull that back hip. Square. And then bend your front knee. Lift. Just a little extra. Open into your warrior one. Hands drift up. Float them down. A regular pull. Scoot your back foot in. A regular push. Turn your palms to face you. Grab onto a cloud and drift across the sky. Change in the corner. Take a breath. Light as air. Float. Yes. How soft are your hands? How light can your arms be? This hand is going to scoop on under. You're going to grab onto the moon. You're going to step out and toss a little frisbee out here. Parting our wild mane. Breathe in. Breathe out, float. One more time like that. Take a breath. Toss it on out there. The bottom hand is going to go and meet its friend. A regular pull. A regular push. Now while your weight is forward, you've got some space to take that back foot out and back if you need. Straighten up your legs. Square up your hips. Lengthen your whole spine. Give yourself a little fun back bend. Then arms are up or down. Square your hips off and start that fold over your front straight-ish leg. Bend your front knee. Push your back heel down. Use those glutes to help lift you. It'll take the pressure off your back. Open into your warrior one. Take a breath. Lift. Lengthen everything out. Turn on your abs. Fold. A little swing at the bottom. Bend that front knee. Strong legs. Float up. And then just drop. Lifting up on those. On the heart to open that front space. Lift one more time. Exhale. We're going to hang out in this one. So if you fold, you can bring your arms wherever they feel good. You square your hips off. If you can relax your neck, maybe look at your big toe. And you just bend and straighten that front leg. Just play with it a little bit. And then bend your front knee. Strong legs. Float up. Open to your warrior one. Hands reach up. Sparkle on down. Scoot your back foot in. A pull and a push. Open to the center. Stretch wide. Hug that big old tree. Sink it down. Bring two loose fists to your belly. Here's Steve for his dim sum. So circle. You're circling your body, and you don't press too hard on your belly. So you're making big circles because the bear ate too much dim sum, and this helps move stuff around in your belly. Go both ways, at least. So at some point, change direction. But I'm going to recommend that when you do your final one, you're going clockwise from the right, up, across, and down. That's my right, by the way. So I don't know if I'm backwards to you. So that's the direction of your digestion. There we go. Breathe in. We got room for more dim sum. Same. Grab some snacks. Go to the tippity toppiest of the mountain, all the way up. And then, because the snow's gone now, right, Diane? No, not yet. You can hike instead of ski down the mountain. Whatever you do, go slow like a snail so you can enjoy the scenery. Maybe you'll even catch a view of some little baby animals. It's springtime. When you get to the bottom, do it again. Float up. Down through that beautiful back trail, through the mountains, through all the little baby bunnies and squirrels and deers. Watch out for the skunks. Get down to the bottom. Scoop up to the side. Breathe in. Scoop in some good chi love. Sink it down. I think we got it all. Buddha belly. Float up. Scoop up all this goodness. We even got extra. Extra. Float up. Little heart kiss. Shoulders drop. Over the top. Take a big breath. Press down. Make a tight little package of chi goodness. A diamond shape with your hands. Float up and send your Care Bear stare out into the world. Press. Press. So you're shooting like Spider-Man out your wrists. Send, send, send. And then let it go. Breathe in. Hands drift up. Gather in some goodness for you too. sink. Cross the wrists. Lift up through the center. All the way up, up, up. Open, drift it down. So make sure your shoulders are happy with that whole thing. Cross the wrists, lift, big circle. And maybe a little, and the next one, just shoulder high. Hands float up. Drift apart. A big old exhale. One of your feet steps in. A little bow for my friends. Ta-da! Look, my crown stayed on. Yes, look at that. We did everything. Woohoo!
And mine too did not fall. I still
See?
have it on the head. Yay.
You were meant to be royalty
Oh,
because your crown
well.
stayed on.
We're all royalty.
How's everybody feeling? Thank you guys for
Thank
coming.
you.
Great, great. Thank you.
That was perfect. Thank you.
Next week is going to be the last day of May.
No.
I know. Let's see. 1, 2, in 3 weeks, I will be in Colorado visiting Diane in the mountains.
Mhm.
We're going to call you Diane of the Mountains.
And you get to go to Leadville. That's a nice place too.
Our friends live in Leadville. We have friends in Leadville. We have friends in Netherlands. We have friends in Boulder. We have friends in Fort Collins.
Wow.
All over. Yeah. So
All
we end
over
up running.
Colorado.
We sleep in a lot of spare rooms, which is great. I like it. And I'm going to see Abraham in Denver. And everybody goes, who?
Yeah. who
Yes,
the
I don't
hell?
know.
Thank you, Colin. Abraham Hicks. Just Google it. It's this woman, Esther Hicks, who channels the entity Abraham.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I heard of that.
Yes,
person.
I'm going to see. I'm going to have the experience myself to see what it's all about.
Well, that'd be great to hear about.
I know. I'm pretty excited. I've never done anything so crazy. So, woohoo! As crazy as I am, that's one of the crazy things I haven't done yet.
Let's see.
It's good to do crazy things, you know?
A few times is not too bad. As long as it's safe.
I think I'll be safe. I think I'll be
yeah.
safe.
Go.
I don't think I'll ever bungee jump though.
No,
that's not me.
that's not safe for me.
I did jump off a cliff in Africa.
Ooh,
It wasn't a
Really?
bungee, it was a static line. It was a gorge swing. But
ooh.
You fell, and then the line caught you, and then you swung. So I
Oh,
actually
wow.
like
Oh, no, thank
got a
you.
litso bit of whiplash.
I don't
think so.
I'm scared of heights, so even going to the top of my house.
I only did it once, just once. I had the option to do it twice. I said no. I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine. That was good.
Yeah.
I can say I did it. There's pictures. There's pictures. I think if you go into my Facebook old pictures, you can see the look on my face as I'm going off the cliff. I think I'm gonna die. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's the feeling.
right?
I don't want.
Okay,
that
friends.
feeling. Yay, here we
Next
go.
week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Being there, yes. Still here.
Do something today to make you happy. Find someone to hug. Right? There's someone. There's got to be someone. And we're just going to keep doing it. The more we practice it, the better we get at it. Right?
We're flowing.
We'll just keep going with the flow. Right?
Ooh.
Thank you, my friends. Queen Diane of Montreal and Queen Diane of the Mountains.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care, my friends. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Facebook friends. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.